On Monday, April 2023, or 2025, the Philadelphia Eagles football team had the honor of traveling to Washington, D.C. to celebrate their championship title in the White House garden. It was a remarkable display from the team, who not only brought one Lombardi trophy, but two, having won two championships since 2017. The first victory came when they defeated a famous quarterback and renowned coach in Super Bowl 52, and they repeated this achievement in the most recent Super Bowl this past February, triumphing over another great quarterback and his coach, as well as the entire football community. The team made its mark by winning two Super Bowls against formidable duos in the history of the National Football League. What an impressive accomplishment. It is, in fact, a tradition for both professional and college teams to visit the White House to receive praise from the sitting president. The president took the stage surrounded by various members of the coaching staff, players, and organizational personnel. Some key figures in the coaching staff and management were noted as the president reflected on the team's remarkable season, which included winning 14 games and a playoff journey where few games posed serious challenges except for one snow-filled game where a player had a memorable run. The president also highlighted the team's convincing victory over their opponent, acknowledging the exceptional work of the coaching staff and the strong leadership, as well as the talented roster that included skilled athletes and the league's best defense, all supported by the coaching staff and management. Several observations stood out during the president's speech and the celebrations, including frequent praise for a particular player, who was mentioned multiple times. The president joked that this player should stick to football, as his performance in another sport left much to be desired. This player had the chance to play with the president on Sunday and was seen stepping out of the presidential helicopter, even having the opportunity to take a photo with the president at an iconic location. Certainly, such interactions provoke varied reactions. However, the players who visited the White House had the full freedom to act as they wished, given that this is a free country, and it is my duty to cover such a significant event as winning a championship. And visiting the White House is a major news story. An amusing moment during the president's speech occurred when he mentioned a notable fan and claimed to know him well, highlighting his admiration for the individual. As usual, this fan had little to say, simply expressing his honor to be present and offering support to the team, which generated a strong reaction from the audience. Another player was called to the stage and received a warm greeting from the president, who also made a special mention of a crucial play during the Super Bowl, commenting on the player's age at the time of the interception, which happened on a significant date for him. The president then acknowledged an important member of the administration, expressing respect for their dedication and inviting them to the stage to share a few words, praising their contributions to the team. The individual gave a brief speech, and the celebration continued. Trump demonstrated great respect for Jeffrey Lurie, inviting him to the stage and praising the impressive accomplishments he has achieved with his team. Following this moment, Jeffrey Lurie made a brief statement, and the Eagles released a detailed statement about their visit to Washington, D.C. They emphasized that this occasion serves as a reminder of the essential elements needed to win a championship, such as skill, collaboration, and the importance of celebrating significant moments. There was also a funny moment that provoked laughter among the team and the attendees when President Trump suggested that the NFL should keep the tush-push play instead of eliminating it. Lane Johnson and Nick Sirianni concluded their speeches by presenting President Trump with an Eagles jersey with the number 47, symbolizing his role as the 47th President of the United States. This visit was considered special because the last time the Eagles won the Super Bowl, a visit to the White House did not occur. Therefore, this marked their first official visit to the location. Jeffrey Lurie commented that, as a child, he never imagined he would have the chance to experience such an event. However, as he grew older, he realized that the teams who visit the White House are those celebrated for winning a world championship. This is undoubtedly a landmark moment for the Philadelphia Eagles, transcending political matters. Unfortunately, such events tend to be overshadowed by political issues, especially given the current climate in the United States and the dynamics of contemporary society. The media environment, which includes both news outlets and social media, certainly contributes to heightening these tensions. Several Eagles players decided not to attend the White House event. A perfectly understandable choice. During the NFL owners' meetings, Jeffrey Lurie stated that he was honored by the White House invitation, but the presence of the players was entirely optional. As a result, several key players were absent from the visit, including some of the league's stars. Athletes want the freedom to decide whether or not to attend. It is worth noting that many renowned Eagles players were not at the White House today, including a good number of stars. Reports indicate that some did not attend due to scheduling conflicts. Regardless of the reality behind these absences, the decision to attend or not is theirs. Personally, I would take the chance to witness a historic moment. Being at the White House and meeting a president is truly significant. However, if someone feels uncomfortable attending, that is entirely acceptable. It is important to remember that the event takes place during the Eagles' off-season, making scheduling conflicts a real possibility. Additionally, one of the players recently got married. Recently, photos of a player playing golf with the president went viral, sparking outrage among many for spending time with Trump. This morning, he used Twitter to express that some people were truly disappointed by his golf outing and visit to the White House with the president, mentioning that perhaps it showed respect for the office. It's not a difficult idea to understand. He also mentioned that he had recently played golf with a former president and was looking forward to finishing his round with Trump. He asked people not to mix politics into the situation and emphasized the importance of having a wonderful day. I firmly believe that he owes no apologies to anyone. In the current cancel culture climate, many feel pressured to justify their choices. I respect that he chose not to apologize. It's unfortunate that such a unique opportunity is being overshadowed by controversy, especially since he's simply enjoying himself during a memorable season, showcasing his skills as a great player, and having the chance to meet influential people who come with his level of visibility. I don't care whether a president is a Republican, Democrat, or independent. Personally, if I had the opportunity to play golf with any of them, I would gladly accept. Seeking an open dialogue on issues where we may have differing opinions. It doesn't matter if a president belongs to a specific political party or is independent. The key is not whether our opinions align. If the opportunity arose to participate in a round of golf, it would be welcomed with enthusiasm. The goal would be to promote an open dialogue and explore divergent perspectives on various issues. This moment presents a unique opportunity for an athlete to spend quality time on the golf course with the president and other players who are in the nation's capital. Everyone has the freedom to make their own decisions, just as an athlete can choose not to attend the White House event. That choice is completely valid, and there's no judgment associated with it. It was mentioned that attendance at a White House is entirely up to each player. Clearly, several players chose not to attend, as has been noted. I sincerely hope that society can adopt a more open approach to these matters, which could lead to more enriching discussions. Having a bond or friendship with someone does not necessarily mean agreeing with all their statements or actions. It's common for family members and friends to have differing opinions on various matters. Despite these differences, affection and care remain. Unfortunately, many overlook this aspect, which is disheartening given the increasingly toxic nature of political discourse. Each side tends to blame the other, but responsibility falls on all parties involved. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Josh Sweat, the dynamic edge rusher, recently shared his regret over leaving the Philadelphia Eagles, a decision that took many by surprise at the time. Known for his relentless energy and ability to disrupt the quarterback, Sweat's departure from the Eagles was seen as a significant loss for the team. His remarks have sparked a wave of interest among fans, analysts, and team officials alike as they delve into what went wrong and how this decision could affect both Sweat's career and the Eagles' defense moving forward. For the past few seasons, Sweat had become a cornerstone of the Eagles' defensive line, a unit that has consistently been one of the most dominant in the NFL. His combination of size, speed, and technique made him a nightmare for offensive tackles. Sweat's ability to rush the passer, as well as his presence in the run game, played a key role in the Eagles' defensive success. In a team that has always prided itself on having a stout defense, Sweat's departure raised eyebrows. "I should have stayed," Sweat admitted in a recent interview. "Looking back, I can see now that leaving the Eagles was a mistake. I didn't realize how much I valued being part of such a tight-knit unit until I was away from it." His words are a reflection of the emotional toll that such decisions can have on players. Despite the lucrative offers from other teams, Sweat now seems to have a clearer understanding of his role within the Eagles system and the impact of the team's culture on his development. There's no denying that the Eagles' defense, particularly under defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon, was a perfect fit for his skill set. Sweat's agility and ability to read offenses were put to maximum use, allowing him to make plays that fans remember to this day. When Sweat made the decision to leave, many fans were quick to express their disappointment, while others speculated on the reasons behind the move, whether it was contract negotiations, personal preferences, or the allure of playing for a new organization. The full details have remained somewhat unclear. However, with Sweat's recent admissions, it appears that the decision was not entirely his choice in hindsight. As the Eagles continue to grow under coach Nick Sirianni, the absence of Sweat is felt, especially when considering the team's reliance on a strong pass rush to pressure opposing quarterbacks. His regret serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the NFL, where decisions made in the heat of the moment can leave lasting impressions. While Sweat is now focused on rebuilding his career and finding his place in the league, the Eagles too must adapt and continue to evolve without one of their former stars. However, for Eagles fans, the hope is that this chapter will not end with resentment, but rather as a learning experience for both player and team. With a core group of players still pushing for the Super Bowl, the lessons learned from Sweat's departure could very well strengthen their resolve as they work toward the next championship. In the world of professional sports, where careers can turn on a dime, Josh Sweat's regret is a poignant reminder that loyalty and the right system can sometimes outweigh even the most tempting opportunities. The Eagles, for their part, are likely reflecting on their decisions, just as Sweat now does. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.